Hi ladies, welcome back. This is my second video. If you watched my previous video on my current summer hair products, I am taping this video along with that one, in my house right before I go on vacation. I wanted to get them taped, but we lost power last night. We don't know why. No storms, no nothing. We lost power and we still don't have it back on. And we have a generator that kicks on automatically when our power goes out, but it does not cover all of our house. So my studio is one of the things that does not have any power, any lights or anything. And a couple of the other rooms that I thought I could tape in, they don't either. They're rooms that we don't use that much. That's like our guest room and my shoe room and different things like that. So I can't. So I'm actually in the hall upstairs. We have like a bridge that goes across from one bedroom to the other, which is like our guest room and my shoe room. So I'm sitting in the hall on a little stool and I've got my camera propped up on like a little gate thing so I can tape this because I didn't want to miss taping and I didn't want to miss having any videos come up. So with that said, today I wanted to talk to you, and I've got a book up here with me because I want to go over some different things about skincare. I love skincare and I've learned a lot about it and a lot of different things. So I have brought up with me all kinds of skincare that I want to talk about. And mostly what I'm going to be talking about today is acids versus retinols and how they work and how they differ and what they do for your skin. So there are 3 different kinds of acids that I want to talk about. Your first acid is vitamin C. That's ascorbic acid, okay? And vitamin C is used for so many different things. It's an antioxidant, it says. Vitamin C is in a lot of cosmetics. It says it is forms of vitamin C that are proven most stable and effective are ascorbic acid, L-ascorbic acid, ascorbyl palmitate, and there's a bunch of different ones. Okay, vitamin C is a powerhouse when it's mixed with other antioxidants or when used alone in higher concentrations such as 15 to 20% or greater. Okay, antioxidants including vitamin C are vulnerable to deterioration, so you have to watch that. But vitamin C is so good for your skin. It helps protect your skin cells. It supports your skin structure. It improves the appearance of your sun-damaged skins. It'll help brighten it, lighten your spots. It strengthens your skin barrier. It reduces inflammation. It promotes collagen production. It lessens the hyperpigmentation. It helps in so many ways. Vitamin C is just so important. And I have talked about this before. My favorite vitamin C is by Timeless. It's the vitamin C plus ferulic acid and vitamin E, and it is a 20% vitamin C. It's the perfect pH. It just works amazing, and I will use that in the morning time, and I will use that like every other morning because I alternate with my copper peptides, and I've talked about that before. I love copper peptides so much, and they're just amazing, but you're not supposed to combine them with certain things, and ascorbic acid is one of them that you can't. Now, ascorbic acid vitamin C can be combined with other acids like your AHAs and BHAs. And that's mostly what I want to talk about today is your AHAs and your BHAs versus retinol and what each of them do. An AHA or BHA, an AHA acid are your glycolic, your lactic, and your like mandelic acid. Those are alpha hydroxy acids. That's what that stands for. So what you need, these are items that they will help your skin in so many wonderful ways. And I've got all these pages marked and everything, so I can go over these. And explain some of these. Okay. Alpha hydroxy acids are derived from natural plant sources from milk. They're used in cosmetics. In low concentrations, less than 3%, AHA work as water binding agents. A concentration greater than 4%, and in a base with a pH of 3 to 4%, these ingredients can help exfoliate your skin by breaking down the substance that in skin that holds your cells together. So your AHAs are going to help exfoliate your skin. And I love using these, and I will use these at night. I sometimes use them in a lower percentage during the day, but you can use them day or night, and I love that. The ones that I use at night are this brand new one by Dermalect. It's called their Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum, and this is glycolic, salicylic, and L-ascorbic acid in it. So it's got your vitamin C, and it's got your glycolic acid in it and salicylic acid, and I'm going to talk about that one in a minute. So this is going to help exfoliate your skin, but in combination with the vitamin C, it's going to help brighten your skin. It's going to help produce collagen. It's just got so many wonderful things. One of the other ones that I love, and I will use this day or night, is by The Ordinary, and this one is so economical. This one is a little bit more expensive. This is like $30 or $40, I believe. I actually bought it when they had a huge sale on it, and they do have sales all the time. And then I actually got 2 bottles off of BoxyCharm before they switched to being with Ipsy. But this is The Ordinary. This is my favorite. I love this. This is lactic acid, 10% plus hyaluronic acid. It's a high-strength lactic acid peeling formula. Now, this is not going to be like it's going to peel off, but your skin's just going to start peeling off. You can use this every day, and I love using this. I use this, again, in the morning with my vitamin C, the days that I'm not using my copper peptides. I love this. I will tell you, this has smoothed out my skin a lot. You have to be very diligent in using your skincare, but using this and using it like at night, either one, day or night, it's going to make a difference. It's going to slough off that dead skin cells, because that's what it's doing. As this said, it's helping to break down the parts of your skin that help hold your skin together. And it says the most effective and well-researched are your glycolic and lactic acids. Your mandelic, citric, and tartaric acids are effective, but they're not a little as stable. They're not as stable, and they don't work quite as well. It says they may irritate you. So when you're starting this out, I wouldn't start out. This is 10%. I do know that The Ordinary has a 5%. So I would start out, if you're just starting out, with a 5%. I got this for my mother-in-law and one of my friends. And I tell you, this has made a world of difference. It just getting all that dead skin off of you every night, it makes a huge difference. If your skin is looking dull and lackluster and it just doesn't look that good, use something like a chemical exfoliant, like your acids, because what they're going to do, that dead skin cells, they look dull. And if you take and put your acids on, and then the next morning you wash it off, you're going to renew and show renewed skin. And it's going to feel so much better. It's going to feel smoother. I just love this. One thing I do want to tell you, there are different cleansers out there that have like glycolic acid. Oh, this is going to just make a world of difference in your skin. No, it's not. You're putting a glycolic acid on, you're putting it on, rubbing it, and then you're rinsing it off. It does not have time to actually break down the binders and everything in your skin. It's just not. I mean, if you want to put the cleanser on there and let your cleanser set on your face for 10-15 minutes and then rinse it off, that's fine, but I don't see anybody doing that. So spending money on something that says it's going to, a cleanser that's going to help, exfoliate your skin, it's really not. It's not. You're going to need like a physical exfoliant. So that was that one. This is another one that I've got by Fig One, and this was a glycolic glow treatment. It's got 4% glycolic acid, and it's got squalene and hyaluronic acid in it. This is a good way to do your acids, because they have, and this is just, it's nice and runny, and it absorbs right in because it's thin, but it's got the hyaluronic acid in it, so it's going to put some moisture in you. Hello, dear little guy. My little baby's up here with me too. It's going to help so it's not so irritating. So if you're just starting out, it's good to find one that has, like the Ordinary one, that has the hyaluronic acid in it. So it's going to help keep moisture in your skin as well, so you're not just putting straight acids on your skin. You've got to have something that's going to help, you know, protect it a little bit and make it so it's not as harsh on your skin. And that's why I always put these on, but I always put a moisturizer on. I always put something to hydrate my skin on afterwards, so it's not as irritating. So those are my favorite ones that I use that are the acids. Now, the difference between an acid and a retinol. Retinols they work in a totally different way. And I'm going to tell you the difference here. Retinol is vitamin A, and it comes in different strengths that you can get. There's the tretinoin, which I got this from Curology. Tretinoin is your prescription strength, like retinols. And then you can get retinoids and retinols. If you're going to get something that is not your prescription strength, go for your retinoids and retinols. Those are the good ones. And it says, a large group of over 2,500 chemicals related to vitamin A. Topical over-the-counter retinoids include retinol, retinol palmitate, retinaldehyde, retinol linolate. Prescription retinoids include over-the-counter or prescription retinols are things like tretinoin, which can come in Renova, Retin A, Adaptoline, which is different, Terrazona, which is Tazarac. Other retinoid chemicals include beta-carotene, various carotenoids, and they're brightly colored and dark green vegetables. So, when applied topically, retinoids function in multiple ways. This is what they do. Normally and primarily, they work as cell-communicating ingredients, essentially connecting with the receptor site in the skin cell and telling it to behave in a more normal and healthier manner. Retinoids have benefits for more than 125 different skin issues, from acne to psoriasis to wrinkles and other signs of skin damage. They can improve to some extent how new cells are formed and how they behave as they mature and make their way to the skin surface. That is a totally different way than your acids. Your acids are taking off the dead skin cell. Your retinols and your retinoids and your tretinoin, those are the powerhouse of any skincare, because this is going deep into your skin. And as it says, it's like communicating with your cells in your skin and telling it, this is how you need to behave to turn over your skin cells. When you're young, your skin cells turn over naturally every 20 to 28 days. They will automatically. But as you get older, that cell turnover slows down, slows down, slows down. So your skin cells don't turn over as much, and that's where you get the dull skin. The retinol and the retinoids, they're telling it how to behave in a normal way. Like, listen, get on the move. You got to start turning over. Your cells have to start turning over. So it's going to help in so many ways. Retinol is, my daughter, when she was younger, had some skin issues. They gave her retinol. I went to the doctors and I'm like, now I've got wrinkles and I do, and sun damage. They recommended tretinoin. I use it. I know some friends that have had psoriasis and they have used it because it tells your skin how to react. And it says you have to, and you do, retinol, because it's so strong. If you're going to go to a dermatologist and you're going to get tretinoin, they're going to start you out. Mine right here is a 0.035%, but it also has tranexamic acid and niacinamide in it. I've stopped my Curology. This is almost gone because I could not use it every day because my skin was so dry, and I've talked about that before, so I wasn't using it fast enough to stay on the subscription because I was getting it so fast. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it, it's building up. I've got like 2 or 3 ahead and I didn't want it to go bad. So I canceled it, and I might try Agency or another one. I might try one of those, or else I might just get it from my dermatologist. So anyways, it can be harsh on your skin. So you always want to start out with something that's less, a lower percentage in it. By doing that, what you can do is you can go and get over-the-counter retinols and retinoids. This is from Dermatology, and I love this one. This is a retinol complex, 0.5%. So this has retinol in it. It's got retinol, 0.5%, vitamin E, vitamin C in it. So this has got your retinol and your vitamin C, which you can combine. I know people will say, don't ever combine. You can't combine acids, with retinol, but you can combine vitamin C with retinol. Dermatology does it. There are several brands that do it. I have had no problems with it. In fact, it's one of the things that this book talks about. Yes, you can combine them. That's an over-the-counter one. The Ordinary, and I've showed these before, they have a retinol. This is granulated retinoid, 2%. This is retinol, 1%. Okay, so you can start out with something that's a little bit more tolerable. It says right on here, the most common side effect from topical applications of retinoids include irritation, flaking skin, and redness. They tend to appear within 2 to 4 days from the time you apply your retinoid. In most cases, subside within a few weeks. So when I first started my retinol, my tretinoin, I put it on, and I was putting it on every night. Thought everything was fine. I wasn't having any issues whatsoever. About the third day, all of a sudden, whoa, my skin just started flaking off because it was telling my skin cells, like, turn over faster, faster, faster. Well, the problem was all that skin cell on the top, they were all dead, icky skin. So they were just flaking off. And it took me a while, and that's when I called the doctor, and they said every other day. And so I could use it every other day. And it calmed down a lot, but it made a huge difference in my skin. And I will never, ever, if I can possibly help it, stop using retinol of some form in my skin, whether it's tretinoin or whether it's over-the-counter retinols or retinoids. You don't want to put it, for most people, you don't want to put it like directly close to your eyes. What I will do is I will put it everywhere. And when it's almost all absorbed in my hands, I will just sort of pat it like up there, but I don't get super close to my eyes. Research has shown that varying strength of retinoids and prescription retinoids are beneficial. With any type of retinoid, if a little is good, more must be better. Mentally can backfire. So you do not want to start. It's best to start out low and then alternate. And that's the other thing that I do. I don't want to not have my retinol on every night, so I'll use my Curology, and then I alternate with like my Dermatology or my Ordinary that's not as strong, and that way I'm still getting my retinol every day. And that's a good way to do it. And your Ordinary, they're not that much, so like $9 or $10. So that is a good way to do it. Retinol is the name for the entire vitamin A molecule. Retinol has a value for skin on several fronts. It's a cell commuting ingredient and an antioxidant. Skill cells have a receptor site that's very accepting to retinoic acid, which is the component of retinol. The relationship between retinoic acid and skin cells allow for a type of communication in which cell is told to function normally. That is not like damaged or old cell. It can, to some extent, confirm that request. Okay, that's the difference. With your retinol, it's the name for the entire vitamin A molecule. Retinol cannot communicate with a cell until the retinol is broken down into retinoic acid. Okay, retinol helps the skin cell create better, healthier skin cells, provides antioxidant support, and increases the amount of substances that enhance skin's structural elements. Okay, so certain things, your retinols, your retinoids, your tretinoin, some of them are like pure form, some of them aren't, so they have to break down. So your retinol is stronger than your retinoid, the retinoid is stronger, I'm sorry. So it has to break itself down and go through different processes. So that's what it's saying here, that it's the entire vitamin A molecule. So it has to break it down into the retinoic acid. And that's what you want, is that retinoic acid. So it has to go through a process, so it's a little bit harder to break down and it takes a little bit longer. Okay. It also says packaging is still a key issue. So any container that lets in air or sunlight won't cut it. You want it to be in like a pump container that's solid, or even like the Ordinary, they have dark containers on them. So you don't want something that's going to be like in a clear bottle, because it's going to break it down, just like with your vitamin C. So you don't want that. It says, although the percentage can make a difference, especially if it's too low, it is not helpful in understanding how retinol products will benefit the skin. Far more important is the delivery system. So you want to make sure that it's in a good delivery system. Because retinol is one of the ingredients known to help improve skin structure, it has some value in anti-cellulite properties too. Of all the ingredients to look for in a cellulite product, this should be at the top of your list. So that's a little bonus thing. And I didn't know that. I was reading this last night and I was just like, oh, wow, it helps with cellulite too, because it helps your skin cells turn over. So that's why a lot of companies now are putting retinol in their body lotions and serums and stuff like that. If retinol's in a body wash, it's the same thing as like your face washes that have the acids in them. It's not going to work. But to have it in a lotion, it's actually going to help your skin cells turn over. So it's going to actually help with cellulite. So I just wanted to go over some of those things. This book, and I bought this book, and I don't know if it's still out or not. This is called The Best Skin of Your Life Starts Here. This is by Paula Bourgoin. If you've ever heard of Paula's Choice Cosmetics, this is the woman who is the brains behind all of it. And she has done years and years of research on these things. And I love skincare. I've got her book. I've got one by Dr. Denise, who has got, I think, 4 PhDs from Cornell and all kinds of different places. She's a medical doctor, and I've got her book. And I also have Dr. Lancer's book, who is a very well-known dermatologist in California. And he has his own skincare line, and I love it as well. But all 3 of these will tell you that your number one powerhouse for getting good skin is retinol and acids. And those are both the things that I would tell anyone. Make sure you put them in your daily routine. It's going to help your skin slowly turn over, which is what retinol does from the inside out. And your acids are going to help slough off all that dead skin cells and dead skin, so you have brighter, glowing skin. So I hope this helped out. I hope that this explains a little bit about the difference. Some people, they just don't know. They think, okay, they've got to be doing the same thing, but they don't. Retinol absorbs deep into your skin, and it helps over time. It's going to take, a couple of days. Like it said, you're not going to notice the difference the first day you put it on. It's 2 or 3 days later. It starts talking to your skin and telling it to regenerate, turn over, and then you're going to notice it. Where your acids, they're going to start working quickly. They're going to break down that substance. One of the other things that you can do if you want even like a quicker result is do an acid peel. The Ordinary has a 30%, that's a lot, 30% AHA peel that you put on. It's red. You put it all over, and I've done this before, and you leave it on for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, because it's 30%. It's pretty strong. So you don't want to leave it on really long, because it could burn your skin. I mean, it's not going to burn it, but if you left it on for like an hour, it's definitely going to be harsh on your skin. You want to put that on, leave it on 10 minutes and rinse it off. And that is really going to just break down all that dead skin cells, rinse it off. And I tell you, it makes a huge difference. And I use that once a week. And ladies, I can tell you, my skin today, for the most part, looks better than it did probably 5-10 years ago, because I wasn't really using skincare like I should have been. And I was, as I said before, I was going to the tanning bed and I was out in the sun, and I wasn't wearing sunscreen like I should have. I always had sunscreen in my makeup, and I thought that was enough, and it wasn't. And I will tell you now, I don't go anywhere without sunscreen. I have sunscreen on my face and on my whole body, And that is another huge thing. So the 3 things you need in your skincare are your acids, your retinols, and your sunscreen. Never ever. It's very important. If you are using retinols or acids during the day, you want to have sunscreen on. You do no matter what. But even if you're using it at night because the retinol is telling your body to turn over, or if you're using an acid the night before and you've got all that fresh skin the next morning, you don't want it to get damaged by the sun. Put your sunscreens on over everything and it will make a huge difference. Ladies, take care of your skin. God only gave you one body with your skin, so you got to take care of it and you treat it right. So I hope that this was enjoyable to you. Again, I am sorry for the situation on where I am taping, and I do hope that I have no table in front of me even. I do hope that this has been enjoyable to you. I don't have my monitor, so I'm actually, the funny thing is I have a little mirror that I'm putting behind my phone camera. I'm using my phone as my camera to try to see everything. So we'll see how it turns out, but I enjoyed doing this. I didn't want to miss one, and this is something that I'm passionate about. I love talking about skincare, so if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you've tried different retinols or different acid products that you really love, put them in the comments for me. I would love to hear what you're using. I would love to try out different ones. I am always willing to try out different ones. I was using the Ordinary, which I still love, but then I started using Dermatology and I've been trying a lot of their products and I love them. They're a little bit more expensive, so I try to alternate between the two, just like how it says to alternate your retinols. I try to alternate because I want to save money. So you can find good products, good retinols, good acids at a good price. You don't always have to pay $50, $60, $70 for the products. So ladies, don't give up. Don't think that you can't use it. Start using those products. And even if you have sensitive skin, start out with a lower concentration. That's why I love the Ordinary, because they have retinol in several different strengths. They have the acids in several different strengths. So you can try them, start out with a lesser one, but make sure you're always, when you put it on, put your hydration, your moisturizer on with it to protect your skin so it's not as harsh on your body. So with that, I'm going to end this video. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that your summer is going nice. I hope that wherever you are, you've got good weather. From what I understand, a lot of the country is in a heat wave, and like I said, we are going to be today. And I hope it doesn't get too hot since we don't have AC right now. It's supposed to be back on in like another hour or two, but they've already changed the time 3 times for us. So with that, go out, have yourself a wonderful, blessed day. But before you leave, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, give it a big thumbs up, and share it with a friend of yours. Thank you so much for joining me today.